Hello, great evening, everyone who has joined me tonight. Thank you for those of you who are watching on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. I really appreciate it. Let me know that you are here. Shout me out. Again, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I will not be on here long. I just want to share some nuggets with you as women to help us inspire and uplift each other. And also, I want you to share your best practices as well. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Lena Lassiter. I have my master's in human services with a cognitive crisis and trauma. I'm also an advanced grief recovery method specialist, qualified mental health professional trainee, director in corporate America, author and founder and president of Forever Heal. We are a nonprofit, and what we do is we help those who are suffering from unresolved grief of any kind. We help them to restore, we help them to recover, we help them to reclaim. How do we do that? Through one-to-one grief recovery classes. We have a grief and empathy class that we do, a group session. We also go into corporate America and talk about the hidden cost of grief in the workplace. We are proud advocates for homicide survivors, and we are partners of the Richmond City Jail. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. We are going to be talking about the grief that we may carry and the loss and stress as women, and how do we do better with releasing some of that stress. So, hi, Tanya. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Wendy, you're here. Wendy, thank you so much for joining tonight. Love you, Wendy. Been missing you. Hi, Marisha. Thanks for joining. Hi, Tanya. And hi, Miss Pat. Miss Pat is going to join us in a couple of weeks, and she's going to be our special guest. You do not want to miss that. So, again, tonight we're going to be talking about just some stress and grief that we may endure as women, right? And what can we do to help mitigate some of that so that we can remain healthy? So, grief, loss, stress that some women may carry. So let's talk about it. And again, let's share best practices. So I want you guys to type some best practices that you have with coping when you are feeling a little stressed, when you're feeling a little overwhelmed, when you are grieving. What has helped you? So please, let's share. I see you guys are sharing already. Thank you so much, Wendy. Slowing down is essential. When we slow down and quiet the noise around us, we are able to hear what our bodies and soul is saying to us. Oh my gosh. And she's just giving me some love back. Wendy, oh my gosh, yes. We have to learn how to slow down. And it's okay to be quiet. And it's okay to just rest. It's okay to just rest. She said she's excited to join me in a couple of weeks. We are so happy to have you. So again, we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to be really quick. The grief and stress that we can endure as women, and how do we cope with that? And Wendy just gave us a great tool, and I'm going to go back to that because we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight, right? So men and women, guess what? They share many of the same sources of stress, right? So financial matters, job security, health, relationship issues. It's not biased when it comes to that, right? However, some women take on several roles to include parenting, caregiving, domestic responsibilities at work. And sometimes as women, we have so many competing priorities that it can feel overwhelming. And we haven't even spoken about losses that women may have endured, right? So oftentimes, women will spend more time meeting the needs of others rather than nurturing their own needs. Oftentimes, women spend more time meeting the needs of others rather than nurturing their own needs. So I see I have some more comments. Let's just jump over real quick. Yes, best practices. Oh my gosh, Epsom salt. bath with lavender. I do that. Y'all. I actually take baths with Epsom salt, right? And Wendy was saying with an oil diffuser. If you think about it, like think about your grandparents, like back in the day, they always had Epsom salt, didn't they? By the bathtub. Like, come on, y'all. They always had that Epsom salt. Take a bath and just relax. So yes, that's a good, keep sharing your best practices, y'all. I'm going to be popping them up. Walk or working out to release my stress. Yeah, that's another one. I definitely enjoy walking. I definitely enjoy working out. And that's how I kind of, I relax, decompress. She said, yes, it's the best. Yes, Epsom salt, those baths, I'm telling you. Our grandparents had that by the bathtub. I remember thinking when I was younger, like, why do they always have Epsom salt? But it's so good for you to get in that bathtub with that Epsom salt and just relax. All right, so we talked about how men and women, they share many of the same sources of stress. However, women can take on several roles. We can be caregivers, parents, wives, sisters, right? Responsibilities at work. We have a lot of competing priorities. And again, we haven't even scratched the surface on the losses that women may have endured, right? So what we tend to do is we will nurture the needs of others rather than caring for ourselves first. So there are so many amazing women who have accomplished and persevered through so much. And I wanted to jump on tonight to tell you how amazing you are and how inspiring you are. But I also want you to remain healthy. I want you to remain healthy. Long goes the days of us saying somebody is strong because they just keep pushing through, but yet they're not taking care of themselves. So I want to make sure that you take care of yourself, mighty strong woman. We want you to remain healthy. Stress is just your body's response, right, to daily events that occur in your life. It's actually normal. Everyone will experience some level of stress. Stress can also be motivating. It can kind of push you to achieve some notable goals. But I also want to remind you that stress can also have some negative and and it can be dangerous if it's not managed effectively. Okay, it can be dangerous and negative if it's not managed effectively. So when stress becomes chronic or excessive, it becomes harder for us to adapt and it becomes harder for us to cope. So we can't allow chronic stress to build up to where stress seems like a normal way of life, ladies, because sometimes that dysfunction becomes just functional to us and it becomes normal to us. It cannot be a way of life. While this is not an all-inclusive list, I want to kind of give you some ways that stress may manifest in your life, okay? So stress can show up physically, like as in pain. So sometimes people have a lot of headaches. They will have back pain. They'll have pain in their neck. Sometimes what will happen is you will see some over or under eating. Sometimes your skin will start to break out. So sometimes people say, oh my gosh, why am I getting this acne right at this age in my life, or other skin problems, lack of energy, upset stomach. And I just shared this, in my church, we talk about putting on the full armor of God, right? And I was talking about when we gird ourselves, right? So your stomach was believed to be where we held all of our emotions. So think about it. Sometimes when you're upset, excuse me, your stomach will be upset. Sometimes it hurt, right? And because sometimes we will carry those emotions right in our gut. So sometimes we will have an upset stomach. Sometimes you will have less interest in things that you once enjoyed. And stress can also manifest itself emotionally. So by way of anxiety and depression and anger and irritability, you can have mood swings, you can feel frustrated. So a lot of times people tell us, oh, go get a manicure, pedicure, but I want you to also take care of your mental health as well, right? So let's talk about our mental capacity. So there could be some worrying. You just can't make decisions. You can't make decisions. Indecisiveness, right? It could be negative thinking. You can't focus. And then sometimes it can manifest as boredom. Perhaps you're feeling overwhelmed at work due to long hours. It could be tense relationships. As women, we're fighting for equal compensation sometimes, or equal value, or the role could be unfulfilling. And lastly, let's chat quickly about our social lives, right? So are we pulling away from others? Family problems, loneliness? How's your spiritual life? Have you lost hope? You feel empty? Are you doubting now in areas where you normally wouldn't have doubted? So I want to attack this from all sides, ladies, right? So physically and mentally, socially, spiritually, right? So let's jump into some comments. I see a lot of comments coming. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Stress and expressed emotions will get trapped in the body. Yes, we must get it out of us, ladies. It happened to Wendy. She said very recently it sent her to the hospital several times this year already. One thing I like about Wendy Lee is that authentic, she's open. And how do we help other women? By just being honest, and talking about what we have gone through, what we have conquered, because she's definitely more than a conqueror. But thank you for being open and honest about that, Wendy. She said, ouch, you are really hitting home. Well, Tanya, thank you, thank you, thank you. Getting out in nature. I see getting out in nature is very healing and soothing. My son said that to me. I just like to go where there's water. Or I just like to go take a walk, in nature. Mm-hmm. Marisha was talking about just a good cry. Sometimes just a good cry. Sometimes you just need to do that. Just have that ugly cry. And I have done that like in the shower. Just let it go. Just let it go. And then I feel so much better. Tanya said, listening to relaxing music. That's good. She also said that she enjoys reading. Yes, yes, yes. Arthur Pat said meditation relaxes her. All of those things, women, yes. And again, thanks for sharing, because I will share too that recently I was having some chest pains, and couldn't figure out why I was just having these chest pains. I was at work. I was actually in the office, and someone was talking to me, and I said, "Oh my gosh, close my door." I said, "I can't. My chest is hurting." And I went to the doctor, and my blood pressure was 167 over 110. And my heart was fine. But what the nurse said to me was that more women have heart attacks in the month of March. Now, I haven't researched that. It's what the nurse said to me. So she said she was glad that I came in, to get myself checked out. But then the second thing they asked me was, well, what's going on in your life? What's happening with you? Because stress, sometimes we carry on stress. And again, remember I said earlier, sometimes it's dysfunctional and it just becomes normal to us. So sometimes we're taking on so much, and you're moving and you're going and you're just doing, and you don't even realize that you're stressed out. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. I'm healed. My heart was fine. My blood pressure is fine today. But I just need to release some things. I need to let go of some things. We're not built to carry stress and worry. We're not built to carry that. So let's talk about how do we cope. I want to talk about how we cope. Because stress can impact us women. Chronic stress can manifest as depression, heart problems, high blood pressure. I just share that with you guys. Headaches, obesity, bowel problems, irritable bowel symptoms. It can even cause pregnancy issues and also menstrual problems. So be in tune with your body. Listen to your body, and understand what's going on. So how do we cope? Again, listen to your body. So should you experience any of those symptoms that we spoke about earlier, just body aches and you're just having headaches, chest pains, neck and back pains, inability to sleep, you can't concentrate, can't find pleasure in anything, I want you to check yourself. read yourself. Take a personal reading of yourself and what's happening, what's going on right now in my life. I also want you to identify resources. And what do I mean by that? I want you to use helpful resources to reduce the load in your life, right? So if you are a caregiver, it's okay to take some respite time. So if you are a caregiver, for example, for an aging parent or family member, it's okay to take some respite time. They have nice adult daycare centers now. It's not like the ones we had years ago where you just put them in there, they just sitting in a room, nobody's taking care of them. They have really nice adult daycare centers now. You can get a privately hired caregiver. I have personally grown ladies to appreciate grocery deliveries and pickup. Yep, do it online and go pick it up. It helps me with my time management. Cleaning services. Get somebody, to clean your house. It's not bougie. If you need some help around your house, if you have to do it once a month, it's okay. Identify those resources and use them. Let me check out some comments. Someone says, praise God. Yes, a good cry, unclog those constipated tear ducts. Yes. What is it about the month of March? Wendy says it triggers heart attacks in women. I'm glad you are still here. I'm glad I'm still here too. And I know like the month, they call it, March Madness, right? I know like for basketball, but it's really called March Madness because usually people's mentally, we are imbalanced. And a lot of times that happens for some reason in the month of March, usually because wintertime, right? Sometimes people are just kind of stuck in the house and they're thinking, to themselves. So they call it March Madness, right? So I don't know if that was, I need to research what she said to me, Wendy, a little bit deeper, because I wasn't aware that most women had heart attacks in the month of March, but I want to research that. But that's what the nurse actually said to me. Tanya said that she enjoyed doing groceries online also. Yes. Now, for some women, going in the store, that is their stress relief. But for me, if I can have it save me some time, that's what I'm going to do. Remember, span of control. So, Lena, what do you mean by that? Accept what can't be changed and change what can be changed, right? You guys heard that before. If you can't change the situation, change how you react to it. I just told my leaders this the other day. If you have somebody who's acting ugly at work, at home, wherever it is, right? Don't get in the mud with them. Don't get in the mud with them. Do not react to foolishness. Because let me tell you something. When you get in the mud with them, you both are dirty. You both get dirty. And you know what? Somebody looking from the outside in, they can't tell the difference between you and the other person. All they see is two dirty people. So refuse to entertain foolishness, negativity, somebody trying to come at you sideways. Refuse to get in the mud with them. This is where if you are a believer, you need to be praying for these people. You need to be praying for these people. Don't get in the mud. Because when you get in the mud, guys, guess what? You look the same. You look the same. All right. Exercise and proper diet. So remember, our bodies were made to move. So take time to exercise. You can even do chair exercises. Look what I have at my desk. I have these bands at my desk. So even when I'm working during the day, I can be doing arm exercise. I can use this to do leg exercises. So you can even do chair exercises. Drink plenty of water to nourish your organs and to flush things out. I think I heard Wendy say that earlier, right? And eat a healthy diet. Eat a healthy diet. Accept and care for yourself. You are kind to everyone else, so be kind to yourself. Remember, you have to put on your own oxygen mask first. Like I hear that all the time, but I also say you also got to make sure the tank is full. The oxygen chamber must be full. You can put that mask on your own face all you want to, but if the oxygen chamber is not full, guess what? You're not going to get refueled either. So you have to sit. And I heard that earlier, just be still and know that that's okay to just sit and rest. We don't know how to rest. Just sit and rest. Care for yourself. Seek help. We all need help sometimes. None of us are so good, so great that we shouldn't need help. We are human beings, and we are human beings who need one another. So it's okay to seek help, to accept the help, and whatever that help looks like. If it's from a friend, a family member, a professional, it's okay. You get your car tuned up and checked out every year. It's okay to go sit and talk to a medical professional to make sure that physically and mentally that we are tuned up as well. Let's see, we got some more comments real quick. Yes, don't react to foolishness, just pray for them and walk away. Best practices, social interaction. As a single person, relationships connect is very important. Yes, at times what's missing in my life is reestablishing or watering a relationship. I'm learning to ask for what I want and initiate fellowship. Yes, 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 Wendy, all day. That social interaction is extremely important, because what we can tend to do, and again, I speak for myself, sometimes you kind of pull away and you have to reestablish those relationships that are worth reestablishing. I must say that too, because some relationships you have to have healthy boundaries within those relationships as well. I think, set boundaries and limits too. That's so funny. Yes, and you have to set boundaries and limits. And again, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. What someone said to me a long time ago is that if you're saying yes to everything, what are you saying no to? And usually it's yourself, right? Usually it's yourself taking care of yourself. And one thing that Kizzy said when she came on years ago, I never forget, she said, no is no, and it's a complete sentence. And you don't have to explain why you are saying no. It's okay to say no if you're overextended and you're doing too much. It's okay not to take on that additional task. And you don't owe anybody an explanation for that. That is taking care of you. So I see another comment. Oh, somebody said, yeah, yes, Wendy. Yes, I needed to pull Wendy in here with me tonight to teach this thing. So again, ladies, in honor of some amazing women doing awesome things. Again, I wanted to hop on here tonight to tell you how awesome you are, how proud of you I am of you. I'm so proud of all of your accomplishments. But I also want you to take care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. I want you to listen to your body. I want you to identify resources, use helpful resources to reduce the load. I want you to look at your span of control, accept what can't be changed, and change what can be changed, right? If you can't change the situation, change how you react to it. I want you to exercise, and I want you to watch your diet. I want you to accept and care for yourself. And more importantly, I want you to seek help if you need help, and be okay with seeking that help. Because if you fractured your leg, you will go get it set, you would get it casted, and then you would actually go to physical therapy. But when it comes to our mental capacity, we do not treat it the same. So that's what I want you to do. Yes, say no and don't feel guilty. Yeah, we tend to feel guilty about some things. Yeah. You are amazing, Wendy Lee. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that you took something away from this tonight. If you feel that others would be blessed by this, again, please share this this video, like it, If you would like to have a consult with us regarding any unresolved grief, please reach out to us at 804-684-1113. I'll put it here, or at foreverheal.com. And you can contact us via email at contactus@foreverheal.com. So that's how you can reach out to us. I want all of you to continue to take care of yourselves. I love you all. Thank you for your support. I want to see you back here in 2 weeks because we're going to have a special guest. And the reason why I chose this guest is because this woman is always inspiring other women, and I think that we need more women who are doing that. So I want to highlight a woman who's doing some great things in the community, but I see her lifting other women up on her page more than she lifts herself up. So I want to lift her up in a couple of weeks. So come join me as I talk to author Patricia Brown Coleman. Thank you so much, ladies. I want you to have peaceful rest tonight, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.